Hello everyone, my name is SiC. Welcome back to Factorio. We are continuing our work on nuclear power. Now the first thing we need to do for that is expand our oil production. But first let us select a new research to continue with. Efficiency module 3 seems like a good place to go. Now, I have been looking, and to make rocket fuel, what we need is light oil and solid fuel. Now solid fuel we are making, but we would probably need to make more of these solid fuel factories in the end. But for now what we need actually is more light oil, because we have no light oil in storage. All of it is immediately being used, or almost immediately being used, to be turned into petroleum gas. Now petroleum gas we have plenty of, but yeah, I don't like the idea of removing all of this. So instead, as we probably should, this is the mantra of Factorio after all, we need to expand our factory. We need to grow bigger. The factory must grow. So, what I'm thinking is I will add a factory there, and a refinery right there. We cannot put it there, so we might want to get rid of this for now and then replace it a little bit. Ah wait, these are the wrong ones. I was like, why is this not working? But this is actually the reason why. Alright, so we would need to connect the outputs of these, and actually I have 3 more that we could connect up over here, but we would need to connect all of this in a logical way up to the other outputs, which is a little bit tricky, I have to say. Well, we could probably add these over here. I imagine this should be okay. But it's going to be a little bit tricky. Anyway, we are going to do advanced oil processing, for which we need crude oil and water. All of these we are bringing over here, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. There we go. We have plenty of crude oil. We just need to connect all of this up. So I'm going to continue setting this system up, and I will see you guys in a second. Alright, well, our production has been expanded, our research has been finished, but the problem is nothing is producing right now because we are producing far too much of this material. So we can expand our storage, and as soon as we do, we should notice an increase in production. Everything starts producing again because we just basically almost doubled the amount that we have. So we need 8, so let me produce 2 more. I will expand this in the same way, so that we basically doubled our we basically doubled our materials here. Just need a little bit more. Luckily for me, I can reach it. This is a bit weird. This is not the way I envisioned things to be. I guess we messed up here somewhere. But in the end it doesn't really matter, it's all connected, everything is working as intended. And now let us select some new research. We can do combat robotics, or refined flammables, stronger explosives. But well, for the research, the final research, we have the rocket silo. We could make this. We could research the space science specs, even though we are nowhere near close, and that takes up a lot of materials. And actually for some reason we can't seem to... Actually, yeah, we can. Alright, that's interesting. Well, uranium ammo. Let's research uranium ammo first and foremost. So all of this is not producing. However, all of these I think are producing a little bit more of one material than they are producing of the other. So yeah, they're producing 55 petroleum gas, 45 light oil, 25 heavy oil. Now let's have a look. Light oil is pretty much stagnant. Heavy oil, pretty much stagnant. And over here we are producing, we're putting heavy or light oil actually into petroleum. The same over here. Yeah. Alright, let us also put in some icons over here. Uranium ore. Here we are what are we making here again? Rocket fuel. Right. There we go. Well, for that to work, we definitely need this other stuff. So we are making this fluid over here. Well, I'm thinking we could get rid of one of these. We have plenty of petroleum gas. And we really need the light oil. Well, the light oil is slowly filling up, but not as fast as this. This is already at 17k, and just before I think it was at 15k. Not entirely sure about that, but yeah. So let us say we could remove one of these, right? And then we could use light oil in the production of rocket fuel along with the solid fuel. So if we were to do that, let us just have a look at what that would accomplish. Actually, we don't even have water coming in over here. This water is coming in from somewhere else, I suppose, or actually we're not even getting water. Interesting. Now they are. This was not producing before, it seems. Interesting. Well, in that case, let us get rid of this area over here. Right? Let's have the robots take care of that, and hopefully we should see a marked increase in the production of light oil. Right, so nuclear fuel needs to be made in a centrifuge as well. So we need to make some of that stuff. We can make 5 of those, but let's make 4 for now. The robots can make more. And let us say, well, this is all the area that we will use for the production of all of this stuff. So we can have these centrifuges. This we need to be able to expand. Of course, we also need to be able to expand the other stuff. But let us, for now, start making the other things over on this side. So we have plenty of room to expand. One over here, one over there. Oh, that's too far away. That's one too much. And a centrifuge. There we go. And there we go. Right, so we would make nuclear fuel. No, actually we're already making nuclear fuel. I'm looking at the wrong thing. This is being made in assembling machine number 2. Alright, that's not too bad. We can always use this stuff later on. It's not a bad thing that we have it in storage. Alright, let us expand a little bit more. Let's make 8 of these, I suppose. And then if we set this to make rocket fuel, we can see the inputs. So the inputs would have to be like this. We will expand by 1. Right, like so. We can have long-handed inserters grabbing something off of belts. This would be the solid fuel, of course. And now we need to hook this up. So let me just create a little hole over here. We need to have light oil coming over to the side. That is pretty easily fixed, I would imagine. We'll just drag this out a little bit like so. And we'll just drag this along the bottom there. Well, have a little pipe there. And then we'll follow along this set of pipes until we just about reach the end, right about there. Yeah, this looks nice. One of those pipes, and then we'll have an underground pipe coming along from here up to there. Now these guys have the pipes. All they need is solid fuel, which we are making, which we can deliver. We might need to increase the production of it. But for now, at least, we are producing enough. Actually, this is not being used up quickly enough. For now. Now, actually, in the meantime, between this video and the last video, I have made sure that all of the trains are being fueled with the solid fuel. Now, probably they're not loading yet, or actually it seems this one has been loading, because I can look at the bottom right there. It is using 100 coal and 50 of the other one. So probably it used up the coal, and then one of the free slots in the train got replaced with the solid fuel. So I feel pretty safe expanding this line over here. We'll go underground. Like so, and then I need to run up a little bit. And I'm going to connect this up, but I'll see you guys in a second. Alright, well, this production is set up. We are making rocket fuel. Now we are going to need rocket fuel to launch our rocket, I think. I'm not entirely sure where to look for that, because I've never launched a rocket on my own. I have done it in multiplayer, but not nearly enough to remember all the things that we need to actually launch it. So we have the rocket silo, and it doesn't even tell us what we need to craft and launch the rocket. Alright, well, doesn't matter. I think it's safe to say that we will need a splitter over here. On this part of the splitter, we're going to have 2 inserters. Well, actually, maybe this one should be a little bit more to the side. That one, actually, I meant to delete, not the other, not the belt. There we go. And for now, let us add 2 steel chests. We will add some rocket fuel into here, and the other part of the rocket fuel we are going to use for the production of our nuclear stuff. So we're going to run this along the wall. Let's have a look. We need it over here, right? Yeah, we need rocket fuel over here. So we're getting very, very close. This is very nice. Right, we can run it over there. And let us hope that our production stays sufficient. Because we can make it. It is going to be split. So some of it is going to go into the boxes over here. And the other half is going to be on this belt, being brought over to this side. Now, I don't imagine we need tons of this stuff, because we are only producing very little of the uranium ore, like the very advanced uranium ore. And it seems this one is not being used all that much. Actually, we could probably put a splitter in over there so that this belt gets used equally, and then the other things, the other machines will use or stay productive a little bit longer. But at any rate, this is now producing nuclear fuel, which we will need for our reactor. Right, now I haven't built any of this before, as I have said earlier in my previous video. I have no clue exactly what I'm doing. I don't need this stuff either. But we could probably put a requester chest. We still have one, actually. We could have it be put onto this belt over here. Let's see. We could actually put it right there. Yeah. And we can say this will request rocket fuel. 100 rocket fuel. And then that can be put onto this belt over here. So if I have accidentally put anything in my inventory, I can get rid of it, and then it will be put into position over here. We could also still expand this area, but we will probably use these 4 for something else. Because we are slowly getting to the point where we need a nuclear reactor. I haven't built one of these yet, so let us make one. We need some steam turbines, and then we need materials. We need plenty of materials. I'm not sure. Am I requesting? I am actually requesting copper plates. I'm not sure if they are being added into the logistics network at this point, but I'm going to wait until I have the materials I need, and I will see you guys in a second. Alright, well, the next step would be to set up the reactor, and I read something about there being an adjacency bonus if you... well, let's have a look. Uses uranium fuel cells to generate heat. The heat output increases when built next to other reactors. So they would all need to connect. So I would imagine it would be a good idea to have like a few ghost images here. And then we will build one over there. And these should all connect up like this, I think. So hopefully all of this will be enough to power our factory for a very long time. Now they of course need to be fueled with the fuel that we are now making. So we need to have a belt, because we also need heat pipes. And this is another thing that we need to take into account. So let us have a look. The heat pipes can be found here. Alright, so let us make a bunch of those. I'm not sure. Oh, we need copper plates for that. I need to pick up some more, or have some brought to us, of course. This would be the best. Alright, so my plan is to make these pipes in a little circle stretching out by one tile, and then we can have belts with the fuel going around it, and with long-handed inserters we can then insert them. So hopefully we won't have enough, I can already tell. Oh, wrong place. Alright, let us do that one more time. Yeah. Alright, so I will set up the system I have in mind, and I will see you guys in a second. Alright, well, research has finished, so I will start researching the next thing. We are slowly running out of things to research actually, but let's do worker robot speed. That is very useful. Now, I took a little look at the system that I was going to build, and I realized that these nuclear reactors actually output the empty fuel cells, and we needed a way to handle that. So I've got my little square of 4 nuclear reactors that will reinforce each other once they are fueled, and then we have on both sides filter inserters which will filter out the used up uranium fuel cells. They will put it in this little box. A long-handed inserter will take it from there and put it onto this belt, which goes all the way around, and the same setup is over here. So we'll filter out into this box, then be put onto this belt, and then we can, yeah, bring that over to somewhere where we can hopefully do something with it to reuse these materials. And then we have a little red belt all the way around that will have an endless cycle of these nuclear fuel cells, and they will simply be put into place with these long-handed inserters. I twisted them around for now, or at least I twisted those. I should twist those. Actually, yeah, we're not using these anymore. We can get rid of those. We have it over here now. I will twist them out of the way, so for now they will not grab any fuel. We can hook this up, and then we have another thing that will basically deposit the materials onto 2 sides of the belt. Now, another thing that was brought into my attention, actually I put a little requester chest here for nuclear fuel cells. I don't want them in my inventory. I should actually say that, yeah, we definitely don't want any of those. So once I have them, they will automatically be put into this box, and it will deposit that onto this belt. But it's been brought to my attention that for nuclear enrichment, we are going to need some of these as well. So we won't want to put them into this immediately. We might want to put a splitter in here that will split them evenly. So let's go ahead and do that. And then we will put 2 of these over here. We will get 2 steel chests, and of course these will need to be powered, so some power in there. Alright, and of course later on we can still expand this system even more. Now, as for putting these things to use, we are actually going to have to put this heat that is being generated over here into heat exchangers, and we have some ready to go. So these would have to be hooked up to a heat power source, which, well, let us say we will do that right about, well, not there. Let's do it right about here. Right, we will keep a space in between them. Now, each one of these should be able to support 2 steam turbines. So we are going to hook up some steam turbines over here as well. And now, of course, the one thing that is a problem here is that the heat pipes actually cannot go underground. So we need an underground belt right about here. So we can say, actually this would go over here, yeah. Perfect. We'll have an underground belt. We picked up 1 nuclear fuel cell. It should be taken away from us automatically and then be put over into the belt that I showed earlier. Now we can hook this up. Now this has power. Then we would need steam, or water actually over here. So we need pipes. And now we need to hook these up to the water. And now we have steam, which will also be transmitted somewhere. For now though, we need power. So hooked up some power there. We can put in some lights, because, well, lights are awesome. And now we have steam coming out of these. They will generate electricity. But of course, first up, we need some water. Now, I think we have a water source up here with the... yeah, with the oil production. It's not being used entirely, but we could put some of that water to use down here. So I will run that down and I will see you guys in a second. Alright, well, the water is in place, and by now I think we should be able to start fueling our reactors. Now, why are you not picking up from here? You should be able to pick it up from this side, right? Is he still too far away? That would be annoying. Yeah, no, he doesn't have anything to put it into. We shouldn't have to turn him. He should be able to grab something. But I guess we're too far away. Well, this one isn't. This one shouldn't be either. But maybe to put it somewhere. Right, so they require these. Oh! We're making the wrong things. Oh crap. So we have rocket fuel, then we have nuclear fuel. What else do we need? Let me have a look. Nuclear fuel, and then we have uranium fuel cell. What are we using the nuclear fuel for? Oh crap. This is the wrong material. We do not want this. Or maybe eventually we do, but not right now anyway. We need uranium-235, 19 uranium-238, and all of that is made in uranium fuel cells. Wait, now I'm confused. Where is this made? It doesn't show us. And we cannot do it here. What about if we have one of these assembly machines? We actually have plenty. Ah, we can make it over here. Interesting. Alright, well, that changes everything. Put these into the boxes over here. We will have to reroute this. And we will, yeah, do something different with this in the future. Alright. Interesting. Let us make a new design then. We can keep this in place, I suppose, but we're not going to be making anything for now. We need assembling machines. Let us say... yeah, we will have a central output. Actually, then we would need a little bit more space. Anyway, I will set this up and I will see you guys in a second. Alright, well I set up a little system and we are going to have to work in a slightly different way than I intended originally, but yeah, such is the way of things. We need a lot of this stuff, so I am putting double of these on one belt, and then we have 2 fast inserters for all of these. Now I don't know exactly the crafting time, oh it's 10 seconds, but the uranium we need is going to be very limited in amounts. So we need to do something about this as well. I think we're going to combine the enriched uranium with iron plates. So... oh man. Yeah, the way we're going to do that is... let's have a look. We're going to have to go around this. Underneath here. And then we are going to have to get iron plates run into here, uranium into there. We can run it into the machine like so. So all of this will be on one side, and then we need to get iron plates, which I believe were also made over to the left here. Man, now this factory is a little bit useless, it seems. But oh well. Let us have a look. We were smelting iron plates over here. Right, and they were being put into the system over here. Now, why is this not making anything right now? Because we are not getting... this is waiting for the cargo to be emptied. Well, let's say also... time passed. 30 seconds. He should definitely get some more iron. But anyway, we have some iron that isn't going anywhere, which is right here. We don't need a lot of this. So actually we are going to run one of these back around. Actually, let us just continue down here. We will hook this up and I will see you guys in a second. Alright, well, the iron is hooked up. It should be on its way here right about now. Yeah, no. Wow. Alright, so now suddenly they're using a lot. Are they? Interesting. Alright, well, at least, well, we're getting some more. Right? It's coming. We don't need tons of it. But we could probably do with upgrading this little area. We have an upgrade planner here, so... let us have the robots improve this area. I don't care so much about the rest, but this we definitely need more of. Ah. And here we have a problem. Right, well, now the iron is arriving. And this should mean that we will very soon start, yeah, production of our first uranium fuel cells, which will be put into this plate right there. And this is, yeah, very unfortunate, but this is something we need to get rid of, or at least we need to empty out this belt. Right, and we can have one of these guys just picking up that stuff specifically. That will be fine. Alright, so we just need to... oh, okay. Well, I'm just going to clear the belt here and I will see you guys in another second. Alright, with the belt now clear, we have plenty of fuel cells actually. We are going to run this over to where we are needing it. Yeah. So a little belt up over here. We definitely don't need this in our inventory. Actually, we Ah, yeah, so this makes sense now. Alright, so we can get another requester chest to get rid of this stuff. We want it to be put over here somewhere. So let us say over here. There we go, and this will request the nuclear fuel cells. 50 of them. With a bit of power. There we go. And now this is producing heat. It's heating up, I think, slowly. Yeah, very nice. And we have a plus 100% neighbor bonus over here, because these two are working together now. And now suddenly this is also not really working for us anymore. Actually, yeah, no. We need to do this slightly differently. Alright, so this will enter here. Yeah, well, it should come from both sides, really. Well, doesn't really matter. Let's just leave it like this for now. We're not going to get tons of this stuff. Anyway, this is slowly heating up, and it should heat up to roughly 500 degrees Celsius, I believe. I'm not entirely sure. We have enough water in here. The temperature here is at 108, and this one actually needs to be at 500 degrees. And then we will have some steam coming out of this, which will generate the electricity. Now, hopefully that is going to fill up our accumulators, because we are running, well, not at a deficit, but we definitely are not producing way more than we need. Like, look at this, it's accumulating, but it's going kind of slow. I don't know when the night is going to set in, but pretty soon, I think. Anyway, still no power output. This hasn't heated up yet, but yeah, we're slowly getting there. And then it will stay there. But look at that. It's actually going quite fast. Alright, meanwhile, I might be overdoing it with two of these. I don't know how much extra electricity I need to be making, really. Let's make another one when we have another... Well, when the robots bring us enough materials, we're going to build the fourth one, and then we'll have the whole system set up into place. So we can turn these around as well to be the correct way. Man, this is going to take some time, but yeah, I'll just put a cut in here and I'll see you guys in a second. Well, we are almost there. Look at that. 400 degrees, 500 degrees. There we go. And now the first of our turbines is working, or the first two of our turbines are working, and we have started producing energy. Now it is nighttime. Suddenly we are at full charge, it seems. Full production. Wow. Look at that. So yeah, right now our solar panels, of which we have 3,200, is producing nothing. You can see this falling back. Now our accumulator charge is going down, but we are still producing around 90 or 88. Basically, it's kind of hovering there. But we will be making 50 total. We still have 38 megawatts in the charge. Like, what is the difference between this and that? This is the charge, but this is the production, I guess. Ooh. Now all of these are working. And it seems they're working full speed. Or almost full speed. That is really cool. Anyway, we have been playing for quite long enough, I think. It's been a long time already. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in a second. Or for the next video, I mean. I've gotten so used to saying in a second. That's not actually what I mean. Alright, I need to fix that problem as well. But anyway, I'm going to do that off camera. Thank you guys so much for watching, and see you guys for the next one.